Good evening and welcome to Craigieburn Sports Stadium for the Division 2 Men's Grand Final between the Craigieburn Eagles and the Surfcoast Chargers. Craigieburn got it done against Mildura on their way to the Grand Final, while Surfcoast had to head up 6 hours up the highway to beat Mildura at the Hot House to get to this point. Good evening and welcome to the Big V channels across Facebook, YouTube. Michael Thompson is my name for this one, and joining me in special comms, former player, former referee. I do speak of Owen Peach. Owen, good evening to you.
Thank you very much. Great to be here with these two very passionate clubs.
Should be a big contest between these two teams, and Craigieburn looking for their first Division 2 championship since 2012. We know their women's done really well. A couple of Division 2 championships gone their way. They became the runners-up in 2012, but 12 years between drinks for them, and Surfcoast want to try and get it done. We know that Craigieburn finished on top of the table in Division 2. Surfcoast finished third. It should be a cracking contest, and Surfcoast have had to do it the hard way.
Yeah, well, Surfcoast, a very new club still, and yeah, it'll be amazing if they could come from third to get the W and the championship.
Absolutely, and it's a big crowd tonight too.
It's amazing atmosphere here.
Very hard to find parking, as you did too. Coming in here today, I've driven nearly an hour to get here from the eastern suburbs of Melbourne, so it's been...
I was deep west.
It's been one of those ones, but looking forward to what's going to be a cracking contest. We know how good Craigieburn are in particular. Luane Grant in particular, Bradley Hasselp, they've been the ones that have been really heading up the points getters, and they were really dominant in that win against Mildura a couple of weeks ago to get to this point, to the grand final. So they're going to be the ones to stop. And then from Surfcoast, you've got to look at a couple in particular who might try and do the exact same thing. We know what they can do at the best of times, but it's going to be a fantastic contest, and we'll be able to find out who the champions are in quite some time. And of course, Jordan Minter and Meg Hasty are our referees this evening too. So two well-experienced officials.
Yeah, big honour for them. Yeah, everyone loves to be able to get to a grand final, and they've been working their rear off all season to be able to enjoy the grand final as well, and I hope they do well.
Should be a cracking contest, and as I said, it's going to get loud over the course of the evening too, just because of the magnitude of the crowd. I mean, we've got people behind us.
Sitting right in the middle of it.
Yeah, we are. Should be a good one. Owen, who are you tipping in this one?
Look, there's some big experienced people, players on the Surfcoast team, mainly speaking about Jason Reardon. And a few on their bench, but top of the ladder, Craigieburn, I'm probably looking towards them.
It will be Harry Moran and Beresdecki to get us underway here very, very shortly. We're about to get the opening tip of the 2024 Big V Division 2 Grand Final. It is the Craigieburn Eagles up against the Surfcoast Chargers. Michael Thompson, Owen Peach with you throughout the course of the evening via the Big V website. You can hear the crowd in the background. It's getting louder and louder. It got really loud during the player introductions, Owen. Could barely hear it the best of times, but we'll see how we go. Hopefully it doesn't drown us out too much as we're about to start this one very, very shortly. As Beresdecki and Moran tip it off, and it's won here by Surfcoast, and tapped it away beautifully. In particular here for Surfcoast to start things off. It's here now for Jason Reardon, as you mentioned. Hands it off now to Arad. Arad tried to get the first bucket, couldn't do so. Into their card, it was Surfcoast.
Dexter Graham taking a bit of a fall on that rebound. Picks himself up. Shakes off the elbow. He's right to go again.
So it's now in the hands of the Eagles. Ball here with Beresdecki. Hands it off now to Vitala. Can he get the first bucket? He can't, but he'll head to the line here. Max Vitala for the first buckets of the evening. Didn't mind the jump shot, the elbow there from Max Vitala, but again, couldn't get the bucket for the and one. He's going to have to do it the hard way here, Owen.
First foul shots. Easy way to get a couple of points on the board. First up.
And Vitala misses on the first. There'll be a bit of nerves too.
Then again, nerves can get to you on the foul line as well, first up.
As Vitala will get the first points of the evening going the way of the Eagles. So they lead this one 1-0 to start us off in this grand final. Moran to Reardon. Inside here, floater. Can they get the first point? Surfcoast, they can't. Rebounded beautifully in the end here by Luane Grant, and they are away. Bounce pass to Vicali. Now with Beresdecki. Kicks it back off here for Grant. He can't get it to go down. Over 30 points he scored in the win against Mildura a couple of weeks ago was Lorraine Grant. Chancey now for Surfcoast to try and get their first points here. Moran misses on that one. Got the pass there from Conrad Cooper, and they are away again here. Craigieburn kicks off into the corner for three. No good there. And Surfcoast are away again through Harry Moran. Now with Arad. Inside here for Cooper. Reardon. Mid-range here now for Surfcoast. Step back shot here from Jason Reardon. He missed the tap in. Was no good in the end there from Moran. And they are away again. Craigieburn through Vitala, who scored the opening bucket there through the free throw. Now to Vicali. Carly at the 45. Finds Beresdecki on the opposite 45 for Solano. Grant. Body on body here between Beresdecki and Cooper. Inside here for Vitala. He can't get it to go in. Can he keep it in? He can't.
It's a shot clock violation.
And a shot clock violation there in the end.
There could have been several calls there.
Reardon to Graham. Surfcoast will just try and take their time here. Back to Reardon. Cooper. Here with Vitala. Now Arad here for Surfcoast. Can he get the first bucket? He can't. Good O-board there from Surfcoast. They miss. I think once they get their first bucket here, Surfcoast, they'll be good. Missed on the three shot there was Reardon. And tussling there for the ball. It's a jump ball. We'll see where the arrow's going. The arrow's going the way of Craigieburn. It's 2.5 minutes gone, and it's still only one bucket, which was the free throw shot here, Owen. So it's a bit of nerves for both sides, you'd say.
Absolutely. The field goal percentage is not looking super great first up, but I like the activity on the offensive glass there by Surfcoast.
Missing the shot there again was Vitala. Surfcoast get the ball here through Reardon. Reardon looking for options. Long pass up there for Cooper's no good. And another turnover there by Surfcoast. It's going to be back with Craigieburn.
Plenty of nerves here. Pass is not getting targeted.
Grant. Beresdecki. Solano gives it back now to Grant. Lorraine Grant, can he get the first bucket? He can't. And I think once both teams get their first bucket is when the nerves will sort of calm down a bit, I'd say, Owen.
Yeah, I totally agree there. Just a bit more patient on offense.
Grant.
Find the stars.
Here we go. Moran puts it in. So first bucket. Proper bucket goes the way of Surfcoast. They lead 2-1, 6.5 left in the first.
That's what I was saying, going through some patience on offense.
Carly misses on the three ball there for Craigieburn.
He's going to be key in this first quarter.
Did well for Carly, didn't he? He's got the turnover from a Reardon pass. Can he go coast to coast? He draws his foul though to Carly, and he'll head to the line for two. You mentioned how important Jason Reardon is to the Surfcoast team. A lot of experience from Jason Reardon. He's the one who they'll play through over the course of the evening, especially Harry Moran too, who's been good in the early going to this first quarter.
Yeah. They'll look to him just to get the ball through hands on most offensive possessions. Direct traffic.
Vicali goes 2 from 2 there from the line.
And be that on-court coach as well.
As the Eagles back in front. Reardon at the 45. Passes here for Arad. Now and out to Graham. Graham to Cooper, who's in a bit of space. Hands off to another man who's in space here. First bucket goes in.
First triple.
And that's when we're at there. Surfcoast lead 5-3, 5:43 left in the first. Vakali here for Craigieburn. Beresdecki back to Vakali. Top of the key here for Craigieburn. Going to try and get through in the post. Again, draws his foul to Gene Vakali. He's quick and nimble.
This could be a quick second foul from Moran. It is. That's going to be a little bit of trouble, and that's why he's going to sit. He's picked up a second early foul. Not happy with the call, but did get the outstretched hand collected on the wrist, I reckon.
Brings Ruiz onto the floor now for Surfcoast as Vakali puts it in for the first of his 2 trips to the line on this exchange. And well, he's 4 for 4 now from the foul line as Gene Vakali nearly going to this one. Ties things up at 5 apiece. Graham, Cooper, Gerard into Reardon. Kicks it off now to Ruiz, who's in a bit of space. Hands it off to Cooper. Inside the post now for Graham. Back into space here for Ruiz. Can't get the secondary triple bucket there. And the Eagles bring it down for another rebound here through Beresdecki.
They're getting some real clean open looks there around the 3-point line.
Vakali, can he get a pop a bucket this time around? He can't. The floater didn't look too bad from the post there from Gene Vakali. It's been halted here temporarily, but again, good awareness by the Eagles. The Surfcoast turned this ball over and tapped away there from Reardon. Hands it back now to Vitala, and Vitala puts it in. Craigieburn 7, Surfcoast 5. Graham gets it from Cooper. Back to Graham. We use Reardon as a bit of a screen at the elbow. Hands it inside now for Ruiz in the post. And Ruiz draws his foul.
Yeah, it's strong toe to the basket there. Found the body contact. Good positive move to the basket. Rewarded with a couple of free throws.
Beresdecki's first foul of the evening. As Ruiz releases. Drops it in, cuts it back to 1.
Always like the form of a left-hander.
You a left-hander?
No. That's why I had terrible form.
Ruiz misses on the second. I'm a right-hander, but yet my free throw shooting is abhorrent at the best of times, so peachy. But enough about that. Solano. Grant at the 45. Back to Solano. Excuse Vakali, my apologies. Here's Solano in the corner for 3. Not a bad look from outside there from Solano. Just couldn't get it to go down. Pulls up here at the foul line. Short was Arad. As you said, the percentage free throws, the percentage for the field goals right now, it's 11 to 18 in favour of Surfcoast. So not good numbers in the early going to this one. And unfortunately for Craigieburn, that percentage is just going to continue to get worse and worse. The more shots you miss. Graham. Reardon, long range 3.
Yeah.
Clean as you like from Jason Reardon.
Confidence behind that shot. He doesn't struggle with confidence at the best of times.
Second triple of this first term going the way of Surfcoast. Vakali, Vitala, Solano. He drives inside the post, no good. Reardon again, defends well. Graham, bullet pass is good for Cooper.
Oh, blows the layup.
That's unfortunate, one of the easiest layups you'd see, and Vitala will make a pay on the other end.
That's a 4-point turnaround there.
So Vitala up to 5 points, 4 rebounds already. And ties things up again at 9 apiece. Graham, Ruiz. And we'll see now for Arad. Can he get his second bucket of the evening? He can. He's up to 5 points now, Arad.
Very little pressure on that shot too. They're finding some really open looks.
Bit of contact there made by Jason Reardon on Solano. As We'll see more substitutions coming in for both the Eagles and Surfcoast. Cooper's going to check out for the time being. And coming on is Spore Makers. First bucket is good there for Solano. 1 point the margin in favour of Surfcoast. You can hear the banging in the background. That's the Surfcoast fans trying to put them off, and they've done well there. Solano misses on the second. Graham going to try and go himself here. An easy bucket there from Graham.
I was going to say, we haven't seen much from the big imports, the big stars for both teams.
Vakali on the other end.
Graham and Grant haven't had much action in the game so far. Graham with the first 2 points. His first 2 points in the last trip down the floor.
Long range three here. Second three here from Arad.
There's that pressure again. Just vacant.
Here's Grant. Dickinson has stamped his passport. He's gone and travelled that. The no good start for Dickinson. 45 seconds on the floor and an early travel there's turned that ball over and headed back to Surfcoast, who lead by 4, Peachy.
Didn't realise you're doing nicknames, but that's good. I don't mind that. We got Graham taking on the defence.
And it's going to be called on Dickinson too. He tried really well there, Dickinson, to try and plant his feet to try and get that offensive foul, and just didn't work in the end. Bit too late there on playing the feet, you'd say.
Yeah. Slight exaggeration on the contact.
Reardon, Spore Makers, back to Reardon. Arad, who's been really good in this first quarter, misses on the 3-ball though, couldn't get his third triple of the evening. Grant, Vitala, Vakali, underarm is good there from Gene Vakali, and he's on.
He's my joker of the match so far. He's playing well.
8 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal so far for Gene Vakali. Arad now to Reardon. Pull a pass for
both
Sport.
teams in a zone as well on defence.
Graham. Arad again, going to try and go long range 3, no good. Rebound here by Grant. As he heads up the floor. And the import get himself going. He can't. Misses on that one. Dickinson hands it off now to Hassel for 3. He can't get it to go. Can he get his own ball though? It was met by Graham. Graham's away here now for Surfcoast. Almost tried to go coast to coast there. Opted not to. Ruiz now to Graham. 23 seconds in quarter number 1. Reardon, long range 3. Margin at 5 points now in favour of Surfcoast. 15 seconds left.
Great screen out there to find a wide open Reardon.
Grant. Last possession here going to be the way of the Eagles. He's at the 45. He's going to have to put this up. Can Grant put it in? He can! Deep 2 to finish quarter number 1. And Surfcoast will lead 19-16 into the end of 1. Owen Peach, your summation of that first quarter.
Oh, look, excellent. I think both teams had to feel their way through into that quarter. I thought there was a lack of pressure on the outside shot from Craigieburn, and the stats will show there was 8 attempts in that first quarter from Surfcoast, and they were 50% from the outside. So they've got to do a lot better on that pressure on the outside shot. But Craigieburn, their attack to the basket was exceptional. Plenty of drives and find their way to get points in the paint. So I think the strengths of both teams are shining so far already.
It was a chess match in the first 3 minutes of quarter number 1 to really feel each other out, and we know that Surfcoast took the long trip. They went 6 hours up the road to go and play Mildura last weekend to make it to the grand final. Craigieburn have had the extra week's rest just to get themselves ready for this grand final clash against Surfcoast. So I think more so I've enjoyed the chess match kind of idea from both sides, trying to feel each other out. And once the bucket started going down, that's when both teams started to get a little bit comfortable. They're still honing and still fine-tuning a few things, but it was a bit more consistent in the last 5-minute period of that first quarter.
Yeah, it looked like a Div 2 men's grand final in that last section of the first quarter. I think just that 3-point shooting is where we see Surfcoast ahead by 3.
Surfcoast 19, Craigieburn 16. Owen Peach, Michael Thompson with you for this one. Second quarter about to get underway here via the Big V channels, Big V websites. And the second term is underway. Graham. We'll see what Surfcoast can try and conjure up, because they were really good in most parts of that first quarter. Ruiz. He's turned that ball over, as I said, that commentator's curse. It happens all so often. Vakali. Dickinson. Hassel. Now to Grant at the 45. He drives, floater. That's better from the imports. Cuts it back to 1.
Another couple of points in the paint. Even from their point guard.
Hutchison hands it off now to Reardon. Long range 3, no good. Ball tapped away. And it's going to stay with Surfcoast. Dickinson not happy with the call. Yeah, Meek Hasty says it's come off your hands last, so it's going to stay with the Chargers. Hutchison inside now for Reardon. Can he get through the last man? He can. Made it look way too easy over Gene Vakali there.
Yeah, exploiting the matchup.
It's a mismatch.
Absolute mismatch.
Vakali, he drives. Finds Dickinson. Vitala. Got to go to the rack. Misses. And Graham gets the rebound here now for Surfcoast. Graham, can he go himself? He thought about it. Oh, good no-look pass there to Ruiz. That's as easy as you like there from Surfcoast, and they keep that 5-point buffer.
Great cut by Ruiz as well.
Grant at the 45. He's need to hone up their defense a bit more. Craigieburn. And also shooting from outside too. They haven't actually got it in 3.
No, not yet.
0-6 now from outside. This evening are the Eagles. Hutchison can't make a pay on the other end. And another rebound here for Grant.
He's the other veteran of the team for Surfcoast.
Grant got to try and drive. The two imports go at each other. And Grant wins out there. It's going to be called on Graham. Graham not happy with the call. He thought there wasn't much contact made there between him and Grant. He thought, he's like, I put my hands up. Make Hasty says, oh, I saw otherwise.
Yeah, probably just jumped up into Grant's jump shot or layup as well. Body contact, push him off the line. So yeah, good call.
Wayne Grant from the line here for Craigieburn. Rims out, misses on the first. Goes again, gets the second to go down. Cuts it back to 4 points. 8 minutes left here in quarter number 2. Ball in the hands of Graham now to Hutchison. Top of the key. Goes inside. Cooper. Reardon. Misses. Rebound here by Grant, and they are away again as Hutchison and Grant meet each other. And it's been caught on Hutchison this time around too. So similar to what we saw from Dickinson in the last play about 60 seconds ago, Peachy.
Yeah.
Again, Hutchison just couldn't get his feet planted at the right time as Grant was off to the races.
Yeah. Well, clever foul actually. That did prevent the fast break as well. So, yeah, a no-win, a no-loss foul really situation there. And he will put his body on the line.
This is on the 3 ball there was Grant.
Yeah.
He's a very physical player too, Grant. He loves to play with a bit of physicality and doesn't mind to crash and bash situations at the best of times. And that's why Craigieburn recruited him.
Yeah, loves taking it to the rack. Getting to that left hand. Getting the paint. Most of his points have come from the paint tonight also.
Hutchison, Reardon. Body on body here with Vitala. Bounce pass is good here for Graham. Floater, it's good. It's better there from Graham.
Again, another mismatch. The height over Grant, just too much.
So Graham's got a really good stat line at the moment. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 points. 3 ball, no good there. Vitala. As Craigieburn going to keep possession, and Vitala misses from the elbow. So 2 possessions in favour of the Chargers. Graham, bullet pass is good.
Another no-looker.
And easy enough there for Sporemakers.
We've got our first timeout. Craigieburn needs to talk it over.
Tim Annet's called a timeout. Margin at 8 points, 27-19. What have you liked in the second quarter, especially from Surfcoast? Because they've been a bit more composed in the offensive end too. But again, I tried to mention at the start of the second quarter, Craigieburn's defense has lapsed a little bit in this second term, and they've made it pay a little bit, have Surfcoast.
Yeah. There's a real lack of urgency. We're in a grand final. We've got 1 game left of the season. You've got to put it on the line now. You can't come back next week and try and take game 2 or game 3. It's tonight. Let's put it all out on the floor.
My question for you is Jason Reardon. Who goes to him if you're an Eagle? Because there's been a couple of mismatches. We know that Grant's gone to him a couple of times. Solano went to him for a little bit. We saw Gene Vicali really have a bit of hassle with him too. So if you're Tim Addett right now, who would you put on Jason Reardon to try and stop his presence on the court, because he's become a bit of the floor general for Surfcoast?
Yeah, I think the matchup for me is probably Vitala. But that then gives the mismatch away to someone else. So, yeah, I think there's if Surfcoast are clever about it, they're going to exploit who does match up on Reardon and then get Graham involved.
Both teams out of their timeouts. Grant. Vitala kicks it off now to Solano. He misses. I think Eagles as well have been rushing a lot of their shots, which, if you look at how Surfcoast compose themselves generally, they've been a bit more relaxed with their shooting. Craigieburn are just happy to rush it a little bit, so if they just calm things down, hopefully this might be the karma. It is. Hassle. That's what you need.
Yeah, good confidence behind that shot, just in stride, pulled up a 3, drained it. Never looked like missing. We're right behind that shot.
That's their first 3-pointer of the evening too. 1 of 10 they've gone so far. Hutchison decides to give one back. Puts the 3 fingers up too.
Yeah, the veteran loves it.
So all good work come undone. In a space of a possession there from the Eagles. The Chargers lead by 8. Going to get back-to-back triples. They do through Hassel.
Once you find some touch, it's a really nice thing.
Hassel's found his sweet spot. Might be a deep 2 here for Graham. Can't get on the back end there. Cooper did well there.
Another layup.
On the O boards. And away goes Solano. Grant. Floater. That's better.
In the paint again.
5-0 run now for the Eagles.
Yeah.
It's back to 1 possession.
Solano must be one of those streaky shooters. Sorry, Hassel. Hassel, the streaky shooter.
Arad misses, but it's going to stay with Surfcoast. I think
fell on the offensive rebound. And that was Berensdecki on the hold.
It is a bit physical out there, which is good to see. Hutchison, Graham at the 45 here for Surfcoast. He's going to charge and float that one in. He can't do it. There's Decky was on the back end of that one. Gets the rebound out. And away goes Grant. Grant at the elbow. Misses. Pulled down here by Cooper, and Arad's away here now for the Chargers. Hutchison, Arad. He's got the first triple of the evening. Cooper. Hutchison. No look pass. Reardon in space.
Oh, that was looking good, but no, just couldn't connect. Just a little bit tough.
Shot here. It's good. Hassel goes 3 from 3 now.
3 in a row.
Ties things up at 30 apiece. David Scott hasn't pulled the trigger yet for a timeout. He's going to see how this plays out. Graham, could he get a triple just to calm things down? He can't.
He's put up a couple of bricks there.
Grant's got to go right to the rack. Here we go. Solano, long range three. Can't get it to go down. Vitali gets the O-board though here for the Eagles. He's in a better spot at bother. Solano has travelled. Chargers get out of dodge just there temporarily, but gee, the Eagles are coming, aren't they?
There is a timeout. Timeout goes to Surfcoast.
And Craigieburn charging here. 3 threes for Hassel in one quarter. And gee, he's turned the tide. 9 points now, 1 rebound, shooting at 60%. And gee, Surfcoast, they've been good for 15 minutes, but the last 5 minutes has really been belonged to the Eagles.
Yeah, Hassel definitely got a sniff, and that's all he needs to be able to go on and hit a couple more threes. And I hope you're enjoying the game online via our stream, because we're back to evens, 30 apiece with 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
We're getting a quality contest here, Owen.
Yeah, it's really it's seesawing. I nearly did a faux pas sort of thing, a commentary faux pas. I didn't want to go down the football path there, but it is seesawing. It's haven't seen a long streak yet. You know how it's a game of streaks.
Yep.
We haven't seen like someone put in on 10 points or 8 to 10 points in a row yet. But it's been little 4 and 5 point streaks.
As I said earlier, it's been more of a chess match between these two sides. Turned over, Grant did well, read that like a book.
And I think that's what we're in for the rest of the game.
Jawsey's fouled as Grant. Well done by Lorraine Grant. Did everything right there. Reardon's bullet pass misses. He steals it on the turnover. Goes on the fast break, Jawsey's foul, and Lorraine Grant now could put the Eagles back in front if he wants to. Yeah,
and that's a second personal for Graham as well. So, foul trouble on some of the big stars for Surfcoast.
That's the first to go down. Who do you think's the winning the battle of the imports, by the way, at the moment between Grant and Graham?
I think Grant's definitely showing more poise, more attack. He's in more and more attack mode.
Misses on the second. Bevesdecki trying to keep possession. And unfortunately, it's a Surfcoast ball. Much to the chagrin of the crowd here at the Craigieburn Sports Complex.
Yeah, Grant definitely has the edge. He's got 8 points and 6 rebounds for a point guard.
So he's on double-double watch already.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereas Graham's been a bit more selfless. 4 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists so far. But
he's got some stats up, but he's 20 points a game on average. And
there we go. Grant again. He's winning this match against Graham. Here we go. Solano for 3, no good. Vitala meets Moran. And Surfcoast not happy with the call.
Although I think that's one apiece. There was one down the other end late in the first quarter. So let's just call it.
I think we're back to level pegging here, Peachy.
Yeah.
Go with that?
Absolutely.
Here we go, Grant. Got to deal with Brandaris. Vitala, mid-range here. Underarm, it's good. Got good, Moran.
Nice little underarm finger roll. Bit old school there.
Graham
gets the job done.
Reardon at the foul line here for the Chargers. Got to try and go through Bakali. Urad misses. Gives it back there. Via Reardon. But they've turned that ball over. They have. Vitala just launched it. Grant. Hassel. Dickinson. Grant. Top of the key here for the import. Lorraine Grant, who's come to life in his second quarter. Bounces off Reardon. Can't get it to go, but they keep possession here.
Offensive rebounds everywhere.
They've done well, the Eagles. And they can't get the bucket to go down just to put a minor dagger in Surfcoast's momentum. Graham, can they make a play on the other end? They can. And Graham said about time.
Absolutely. And I think he really wanted to get there for a dunk, just to like nail home the message, but wasn't able to get the lanky arms up high enough for a dunk.
Chargers possession here. Minute 52 left in the second quarter. And the Eagles lead by a point over the Chargers, 33-32. Craigieburn want to try and win their second Division 2 championship in 12 years. Their last one was in 2012. Moran. Brandaris. And a bit of a tussle there with Dickinson. As Dickinson hits the deck, both men are okay.
Good sportsmanship there.
It'll stay with the Chargers. As Beresdecki's going to come on here for Vitala, and it's going to sound...
We'll go through the stats a bit later and in the halftime break, but turnovers for Surfcoast this quarter. One to really keep an eye on.
Brandaris gets the first one to go down. 33 apiece. It's deafening here in the Craigieburn Sports Complex. Brandaris not fazed by it. Puts the Chargers back in front. Vakali. Now with Grant. Grant got to go long range. Misses there. Vakali on the O-board misses. Moran was able to get the wingspan going. Reardon. Brandaris. Graham. Looking for options. He's looking for a rod. Inside to go himself, Graham. Found a bit of space on the pick and roll.
Great patience to get to the rack then. Just made the play develop in front of him.
And now the Chargers lead by 3. Dickinson. Shot from the elbow's good.
He needed to make that because just to keep Moran playing defense on him.
Arad. Moran. Good backdoor cut there from Harry Moran. Yeah, Yucks is getting involved.
And reverse layup as well.
Beresdecki. Grant. Driving here. It's got Graham to deal with. Dickinson.
The import matchup.
Long range 3 hit from Grant, no good. Tapped away. And they keep possession, the Eagles, with a fresh 14. 14 seconds left here. Good work there from Dickinson. Vakali can't use the screen to his advantage. And Brandaris.
Last shot. 5 seconds.
Reardon. Upwards here. Graham. Floater. Gets it in. And at halftime, the Chargers lead by 5, 40-35.
Wow, we've had 2 buzzer beaters, one in each quarter. One by each team as well.
Dexter Graham saw what his opposite import, Lorraine Grant, was doing there, Peachy, and said, anything you could do, I can do better. And he did it well in the last 90 seconds of this contest.
Absolutely. And, nothing in it, as it was tied 60 seconds ago. And now, 5-point lead going to the half. That's huge, actually.
It is, and I think the defence really tightened up for Surfcoast, and there was a couple of opportunities there in particular. Vakali had a good shot that he should have probably got, and we know that Grant also tried his best to try and get himself an extra 2 too, but again was outmatched there by Graham, and Graham really went to work on Grant in that last sort of possession before he got the bucket himself.
Yeah. But I think that was quite an interesting quarter because. As I said earlier, like the turnovers, there was about 5 turnovers in that quarter from Surfcoast, and the steals oppositely, if that's a word, oppositely for Craigieburn shot up to 6. So like the ball possession, the safety of Surfcoast was really down over that and let Craigieburn back into the game. We would expect this scoreline to be the other way.
Yeah.
But Surfcoast, yeah, they're poised. They're poised, and they're doing the little things, the little 1%ers just a little bit better.
What do you think David Scott will say in regards to the turnovers? Because, yeah, he would be ripping his hair out over the 5 turnovers in that second quarter, but he would turn around and really say to the Chargers that you guys hustled really well in that last 90 seconds to get it back out to a 5-point lead, but how do you sort of try and fine-tune to make sure you're not turning the ball over as much in this second half, because potentially it might be a coach killer towards the end of the game, because if the Eagles can get their shooting right, then they can try and turn these points into turnovers, and we know how vital it is when you try and score on the opposite end once your opponent has turned the ball over to try and get those important buckets.
Yeah. So, you've got, you're going to have to just get your offense going. You go back to the basics. Get through the positions on your offense. A lot of those turnovers in that second quarter were from skip passes across the key that were easily picked off by Grant. I think his 3 steals were all of those passes out through hands rather than around the top of the key.
I mean, you saw nice, like Reardon was trying to get that bullet pass, I think, in there to Arad, and Graham was able to read it really well because he stayed in that middle because he knew what Reardon was going to do. He was going to try and get that cross-court pass, and it ended up being a bucket for Craigieburn, which really got the momentum going back to the Eagles' way.
Yeah, you talk about coach killers. That's a coach killer. Cross-court passes, from an early age, from an early under 16s, 14s, 12s level, you're told not to pass it across court. And but there we are. But to the Surfcoast advantage, they've hustled in other parts of the game. They've got 10 assists. They're up on the rebound count, especially on the defensive rebound, which has pushed their fast break opportunities. And I think, and of course they're shooting. Their shooting's well above where Craigieburn is at the moment, and that's where the scoreboard difference is.
Absolutely. We'll take a short break here from Craigieburn Sports Complex at halftime. It is the Surfcoast Chargers leading this one by 5 points. We'll be back with the second half of the Big V Division 2 Men's Grand Final on the other side of this. Welcome back to the 2024 Division 2 Big V Championship here between Craigieburn and Surfcoast. Michael Thompson with you, Owen Peaches with me. Owen,
we went off a bit off topic during the break, didn't we?
Yeah.
With our conversation.
A lot of that stuff can stay off record, I think. For good reason, good reason. Your summation of that first half.
Look, I think there was glimpses of what these both teams have in terms of their arsenal at different points during that half. It's going to be the team that strings more of that together across the second half wins. There's going to be bad patches. There's going to be good patches, but it's how the teams limit those bad patches that is going to determine who wins this Div 2 Men's Championship.
So if you just joined us, Craigieburn looking for their first Div 2 Men's Championship since 2012. Surfcoast looking to try and beat that from third position, and good start there from Jean Fakali in this third quarter.
And there's another guard getting into the paint for a bucket. Can't happen.
Here's the man who's been fantastic, and good start for Graham in this third quarter. He really came to life in that second term, and particularly the last 90 seconds, he really owned his import counterpart in Luane Grant from the Craigieburn Eagles, as Grant here now has possession, but they've been battling really hard all night, both for them, as Vitala puts it in for a nice three, cuts it back to two.
Vitala now into double figures, but
Graham gets it off the window.
Yeah, strangely enough, Graham's our leading scorer, and I don't think he's really done all that much.
14 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. It's a bit weird saying that 14 points and 5 rebounds and 5 assists isn't much, especially in a grand final like this, Peachy.
Absolutely.
Bakali, he's going to drive. Can he get it in? Can't do that. Reardon did really well, and Beresdecki with a bit of contact there, and ball goes out of bounds. He'll stay with Jason Reardon here for the Chargers. So he's been really the floor general. The veteran has Jason Reardon this evening. Cooper, Arad, short on the two there. It's a deep two there from Tyler Arad, and misses.
Short-armed a few shots tonight, actually.
Solano, mismatch again. The combination this time, Moran and Reardon. Cross-court pass for Arad, as you mentioned.
Yeah,
you don't see
the difference being that was up in the air, not through hands.
Similar to what we saw in the second term, which saw Craigieburn get back into this. Graham, Reardon. Out off here by Bakali. Can Reardon put it in? He can't do that. And the speed of Beresdecki did well there. Finds Lorraine Grant. Grant's going to go coast to coast.
And lovely left hand.
Graham misses. The tap in, no good. Possession is going to go the way of Craigieburn.
Yeah, a bit of a frenetic start to this third quarter. Up and down. I don't think we've had a set offense yet.
As you said, it's been really more of a chess match. There's maybe been a 5-point buffer from both sides, a 5-0 run, but it hasn't been anything more than that. It's been very close since the outset. Bakali, Beresdecki, long-range three. Gets it in, does Beresdecki, and puts Craigieburn back in front by a point.
The big man finds range, and that's his first points of the game.
Arad. Step back shot in from Tyler Arad, no good. Beresdecki read that well. Out muscle Cooper, and Grant gets over the line just in the nick of time. Vitala looking for options, finds Beresdecki. Back to Lorraine Grant.
A lot of standing still.
Vitala, floater.
Finds the side of the backboard.
Yep. Not where you want to be if you're Craigieburn, especially with the 1-point lead, because Graham's looking like he's about to be off to the races here with a floater. Off the window and puts it in, and
smooth. Such a smooth move. Bit of KD about him. Kevin Durant, that is.
For those at home, Vitala. No bounce pass back. Bakali from the elbow, no good. Arad gets a rebound for his troubles, finds Graham. And they are away again. Here the Chargers. Graham, Reardon. Thought about a three, back to Graham. 10 seconds, got a bit to work with. Moran, bit too much there. Ball goes out and Megan Hasty says it's going to go the way of the Eagles.
Yeah, I think they collected a hand on the way through, but unseen by the referees. But again, cross-court pass. They're continuing to live and die by the cross-court pass.
Yep. Living dangerously on the edge. A little bit with the Chargers with those cross-court passing. Bakali, Vitala, Grant. Long range three here from Grant. That's better from the imports. Puts the Eagles back in front by 2.
2 rebounds away from a double-double is Grant. 13, 8 and 4 with 3 assists as well.
Reardon, long range three. Can't get it to go down. Cooper, I should say. Drake's down the rebound and the O-boards. The ball in the hands of Graham. Graham pulls up for 3.
Oh,
Made it look way too easy there. Bullet shot there from Graham.
Not even any no knee bend in that last shot.
No.
But Grant down the other end finds his pace, gets it again to the rack, draws a foul. He'll head to the free throw line once more for a couple.
Try and put the Eagles back in front.
There we go, seesawing again. I'm not even taking count of all these lead changes. We'd lose space on the page.
As Dwayne Grant puts it in, he's up to 11 points now for the game. And double-double watch is beckoning for the imports. 11, 8, 4 and 3 are his numbers tonight. Make that 12, 8, 4 and 3. 14. Apologies, my screen. 15. Apologies out there.
You were a bit frozen.
Yeah, I've got a very old laptop, so I blame that. Nonetheless, Eagles lead by 1. 15 points now, 8, 4 and 3 are Lorraine Grant's stats, and that is correct as of right now. Reardon got 2 to deal with. Ruiz here now for
the step around.
Surfcoast. The Euro step was good there from Ruiz.
It was.
And ball goes out, unfortunately, there.
It was a very nifty Euro step through. Couldn't find the elevation on the shot.
Jason Reardon looking for options. Finds Ruiz again. Now Arad.
Spin.
Puts it in, can't do it actually. Well done by Beresdecki. Drake's down the rebound. And Grant's away here for the Eagles. Back to Beresdecki. Grant. He drives. And that bullet pass. Cross court, as you mentioned.
Yeah, it did throw it straight to their the fan club down there. That's the Surfcoast end of the stadium.
3 turnovers to 1, by the way, in favour of the Eagles in this third quarter. It was 7 to 2 in favour of Surfcoast. And now Craigieburn have turned it over 3 times in this third term.
Ball security is going to win this championship.
Graham, short on the shot, hits the front iron. Rebound here by Grant. Beresdecki, Vitala, fakes a 3. He's going to go deeper in space. Lorraine Grant, long range 3, can't get it to go in. And fortunately there, Sporemakers couldn't keep his hands on the ball originally, but the Chargers able to get out of dodge and keep possession. Graham here for Sporemakers, long range 3. No good for Sporemakers in the end. Another rebound here for Craigieburn. Grant hands it up now. Beresdecki in range.
He liked the feel of that shot. Just left a bit short on the iron.
Yeah, it's almost gone back to what it was in the early going to the first quarter. Points a bit hard to come by until now for Sporemakers to put the Eagles. Chargers back in front.
And we've got a timeout. Timeout to Craigieburn, who finds themselves 1 point down, 3.5 minutes to go.
It's been good though, seeing this as like a bit of a chess match, because it gives both teams an opportunity to try new things, try different things, just to try and see if the other team will blink. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, no team is blinking right now because, as you mentioned, we've only had really a 5-0 run from both sides of the coin, but we haven't had anything more than a 5-0 run.
No. We've seen a bit of defense changing up. Both teams have played matchup zones, traditional zones, at times throughout the first 3 quarters. I think we'll see a few more changes up. We might even see a 3-quarter court press, just to throw something else, a bit of run and jump maybe. Interesting stat that I've just observed here. Surfcoast have only got to the line for 4 free throws. And, Craigieburn have 14 trips. Foul shots win championships as well.
Yeah.
So I think the 3-pointers have gone cold. Now both teams are 6 from something.
And a third of those trips to the line for Craigieburn happened in that first quarter.
Yeah. But they've continued. I think Surfcoast need to find some attack and get to the paint themselves. Draw some fouls, gets the free throw line.
Batala, Vakali. Eyed off here by Ruiz. There's Decky. Back to Vakali. Gene Vakali, who went to work in that first quarter. Hits the window, no good there. Graham did well. Reardon, back to Graham. Graham tried to go for a fast break. Was dispossessed there by the combination of Hassel and Grant. Vakali, can they make a pay on the other end? They can't. Ruiz brings down the rebound, and again, Surfcoast with possession. They lead by 1. Arad misses. Did well there, Spore Makers. 2-on-1 misses. It's going to stay with the Chargers. He's come to life in his third quarter, Spore Makers.
Absolutely. But there's been a lot of point-blank shots missed.
Dickinson checks in and bears Decky off. Arad, turn that ball over. 10th turnover now for Chargers in this game. Grant, can they make a pay on the other end? No good on the original. And Grant's going to head to line twice to put the Eagles back in front. As Jackson wins coming on for his first minutes of the evening for Craigieburn. Jean Vakali is going to check out temporarily, and all eyes now on Luane Grant, who 15 points, 9 rebounds, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. The double-double watch is real here for Luane Grant. First one is good.
It's good to see some old friends, photographers, media all over the place for this game as well.
Absolutely. Grant gets the second to go down, and Matt Royal and the entire team at Big V have done a fantastic job in putting together all the grand finals across the country, I should say, but also across the state here, Peachy, which is good to see. And again,
absolute sellout here at Craigieburn tonight.
Yeah. I think there's almost sellouts across the entire grand finals, across every division, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, the Big V's been with NBL 1 as taking the light away from Big V a little bit, but Big V shone through.
Absolutely.
It's been a fantastic competition all year.
Brandaris, Reardon.
I'd like to see a bit more from Reardon.
Ruiz draws his foul. And the big man's going to head to the line for 2 to try and put the Chargers back in front. 2 minutes left in quarter number 3.
Yeah, I'd like to see a bit more control, a bit more leadership from Reardon and Graham for Surfcoast going down the stretch here. They are the heart and soul of this team, and I just don't think, even though Graham's got 19 points and 8 rebounds, 5 assists, Reardon hasn't really done much since the first quarter. I think they've got to take control a bit more if they're going to win this game tonight. like Grant is doing for Craigieburn.
Chargers now lead by 1. Minute 55 left in quarter number 3. Grant looking for options. Finds Hassel. Platala dispossessed there by Reardon. It's going to stay with the Eagles.
For Craigieburn, someone else other than Grant needs to step up, contribute more as well.
Grant, Platala looked at potentially going back to Grant. He's going to shift from the elbow instead. Platala and puts it in.
Is it Platala that is going to step up for me for Craigieburn?
Eagles back in front by points. Sporemakers, Brandaris back to Sporemakers. Graham almost lost his footing there, and the foul's been called, and I think it's going to be called on Dickinson. And that's Dickinson's 4th foul, so potentially Tim Annett might have to sub out Dickinson here. But he's going to keep him on for at least this possession, and Tim Annett's just looking, trying to see who potentially might come off for Dickinson, but now running the gauntlet because he's on 4 fouls for the game. One more and he's gone. And the Eagles will be one less rotation. Reardon off the glass and puts it in.
One minute to go in this third quarter.
Vitala
1 point game.
fakes the 3. Dickinson. Grant. Back to Vitala. Almost lost it. He's got a couple to deal with. Chargers were calling for a travel. And unfortunately for them, make hasty. Saw Sporemakers make a little bit of contact very late there, but gee, that could have gone either way there, PG.
Yeah, the referees could have had a field day and really called anything. There was travels. There was definitely fouls.
Vitala puts it in. Ties things up at 55 apiece.
I think he did actually lose possession, and that's why they let him get the shot up and get fouled. Dickinson does go off, and our first minutes.
Taylor Jones
for Craigieburn.
So Dickinson won't be featured until at least you'd say very late in the piece in that 4th quarter. Tim Annett saying to his team, hands up in this defensive play here. Brandara's in a bit of space. Can't make him pay. Eagles lead by a point. Grant's going to go coast to coast. Can he get it in? He can't. Taylor Jones did well, though, to let Vitala get possession back. Win. Hands it off. No good there.
The sharpshooter from period 2 can't connect on that one.
Hassel misses on the 3-ball. Borner hands at Graham, who's on 19 points, 9 rebounds.
Shot clock is turned off. 10 seconds to go in this third quarter.
Graham, he's telling Grant to come with him. Ruiz might be used to the screen. Hands it off. Reardon, can he put it in? He can't. And at the end of the third quarter, as we turn for home here at the Craigieburn Sports Stadium, Craigieburn lead, 56 over to Surfcoast, 55. Owen Peach.
Wow, it's not the prettiest game, but grand finals generally aren't. Emotions get to the better of the players, the nerves get to the better of the players. We are definitely seeing contest though. We are definitely seeing a real scrap, a real effort by both teams, and yeah, as I said, the ones who limit their bad play periods are going to take the trophy.
How do you think the bodies are right now for Surfcoast? Because they've played 2 more games, in hindsight more so than Craigieburn. Craigieburn's had the week off. Surfcoast had the trouble last week to make it to the grand final. How do you think the adrenaline is with the Chargers right now? Do you think it's almost running off, or do you think it's just continuing to go? And they've got that momentum because they've had that extra week where they've played a game, whereas Craigieburn have had that week's rest to lead up to this grand final. What do you think the bodies are right now, and the cardiovascular of the Chargers?
Yeah, well, yeah, being in these situations numerous times, there's pros and cons on both sides. Craigieburn has the rest. They have more time to think about their opponents, get their systems down pat, just hang out and learn more about themselves coming into the game. Surfcoast have had to, as you said, they've been on the road a lot, and yeah, I think body language for me, Chargers aren't looking great. Not great. I mean, they're about 10% down on the Craigieburn players in terms of body language. I still think they're going to throw everything at it in this fourth quarter. But, the momentum is definitely coming with Craigieburn into it.
And there's also one word that will dread a lot of players in particular, but that's overtime. And we are looking towards potentially a chance we might be seeing OT in this grand final too, because it's been that game. It's been that game where it's been tied up. It's been a 3-point lead, a 1-point lead.
Absolutely.
A 2-point lead. But it's been tied up for majority of it too.
Yeah, we knew this was going to be a close match. Third versus first after the regular season. Surfcoast doing a great job to get into the game, into the grand final game. And it has been, seesawing across. We do have a bit of a delay in our game at the moment. Bit of scoreboard error, malfunctioning, but I'm sure the score bench will get that cleared up very soon.
Some stats too. I want to throw this in. And I won't reveal my source because he's told me really nice not to reveal him, because he has played against these teams this season, and he was the guy I messaged this morning because I knew he had some sort of intel. And a huge thank you to another expert of mine who I know very, very well, who said that he's played against these teams. So Craigieburn has a balanced attack. All 5 starters average double figures.
Yeah.
No one that really jumps out. More just 5 solid guys that play together, plus 1 guy off the bench, which is Bradley Hassel, who we've seen tonight really step up. Surfcoast are the opposite. They have 3 guys who really they live and die by, and that's been Dexter Grant, Tyler Rard, and of course Jason Reardon. Much less effective in their half court. Graham is their point guard, willing passer, total non-shooter who will be pretty much only look to score at the rim. Lazy and cherry picks a lot. This is, of course, I'm reading this verbatim from my source, but he knows these 2 teams really well. And as you mentioned, Craigieburn they've got a lot of these starters who average double figures week in, week out, but have struggled tonight in a big game like this.
Would not be surprised if this game does go to reach-in foul.
And it'll be on Harry Moran is going to get the first foul.
No, Hassel, I reckon.
Yeah. I was like, Harry Moran's going to head to the line for choice.
Yes.
And Hassel's the one, unfortunately, who's caused it. But he's been their 6th man all season, Bradley Hassel. And we saw a couple of really nice triples he scored in the early going into this game.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for him, he's potentially taking Harry Moran to the line here to try and maybe tie things up. Moran, calm and composed for a 20-year-old, ties things up.
Moran is my joker for Surfcoast. If he steps up,
misses.
No, unfortunate. But if he,
Fatala out muscle Reardon there in space. Bradley Hassel no good, and Spencer Taylor-Jones almost lost possession, but it's going to stick here with Craigieburn. Jason Reardon not happy with the call.
I think you're right. I think overtime is looking really, really good. Unfortunately, 40 minutes isn't going to split the 2 teams, but
no good there from Grant. Moran on the rebound finds Erard. Graham back to Tyler Erard. Now, can they get a bucket? Hutchison puts it in. Margin of 3 in favour of the Chargers. Grant, Hassel, Latala, back to Grant. Top of the key here for Craigieburn. Remember, Craigieburn are trying to look for their first Division 2 championship in 12 years.
Surfcoast are near 40% from downtown.
Reardon. Hutchison Step back shot in from Hutchison, no good. Another rebound here. That's the 11th rebound now for Grant. Vatala at the elbow.
Strolls into that one.
Can't get it in. Taylor Jones. Can he get it in? No, he can't. He can't roll in there for Spencer Taylor Jones.
Good activity on the boards, but can't finish off.
Just unfortunately misses.
Oh, lucky to get it into the front court there.
Ball goes out. It's going to stay with Craigieburn. It's going to go back to Craigieburn, I should say. But geez, the Eagles are leaving a couple to be desired, aren't they?
Absolutely, and the Surfcoast as well with their turnovers is also leaving points out there, begging.
Grant uses Taylor Jones as a screen. Vatala, who's also on double-double watch. Oh, sorry, he's got the double-double now.
Vatala for three.
Can't get it in.
Yes.
I can.
Oh, you called that one a little bit too early.
It looked like it was going to rim out, but it rimmed back in at the last minute. And we're tied up at 59 apiece. Graham blocked away by Vatala, but it's been called a foul. That's unlucky. I thought Vatala did everything right there.
I think they've called it on Taylor Jones there.
So Vatala gets out of dodge, but it was a nice looking block there from Max Vatala.
Yeah, I think the body foul was called earlier.
It's going to send Graham to the line. And Graham misses.
Free throws.
Listen to this place. Listen to the Craigieburn juniors get involved. And unfortunately, they can't block out. Graham blocked it out nicely there, didn't he?
Ice in his veins for that shot.
Dexter Graham up to 20 points. 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Here's Grant, who draws his foul.
Graham will pick up that foul.
That'll be number 3, I believe, on Dexter Graham. And it stays with Craigieburn on this possession. Grant, Vakali uses Jones as a screen. Vatala in space, can't get it in. Taylor Jones tried to get the rebound, had it blocked out. Hassel, Vatala. Foul called again, going away, Craigieburn.
Yeah, Hutchison's going to pick up that foul.
Second foul now for Hutchison in this game. And it's going to be sideline ball going to be the way of Luane Grant.
Fresh shot clock again.
Taylor Jones back to Grant. Hassel, Grant in space, but Carly can't get it to go down. Moran hands it off by Hutchison to Reardon. Urad. Graham. Hutchison inside here now for Reardon. He can't put it down. As Grant going to float this one.
Grant blocked it. But
well done there from Taylor Jones, but they said Grant went up in the air, just lost his footing there and almost turned the ball over, and thank goodness for Spencer Taylor Jones.
That's right. Found the composure to get it to Taylor Jones. But down here with Surfcoast, we've got Graham getting another couple of points. He's now got 22, 9 rebounds, 5 assists.
He's on double-double watch. It's Dexter Graham. Grant.
Pulls the trigger from 3.
Misses. Well done there from Vakali. Like a small forward in the AFL. Specued over the top, and Vatala from mid-range puts Craigieburn back in front. Hutchison going to try his luck from long range. No good. Vatala gets a rebound. Hands it off now to Luane Grant. The Surfcoast fans are chanting defense. Vakali, Taylor Jones. And a rebound there from Jason Reardon. Finds Graham. Might use Moran as a screen. Graham's going to head to the races here. Can he get it in? He can. The backdoor cut was great there from Dexter Graham. 24 points now for the import for the Chargers. Vakali picks draws his foul, and it's going to be called on Dexter Graham. And this is where it might favour Craigieburn. Dexter Graham on 4 fouls for the game, and if you take out Dexter Graham,
yeah,
it's going to be tough now for the Chargers, you'd say.
That's a hard foul to get your 4th with more than 5 minutes to go in the game. He's going to have to play hard.
Grant gets it in. Well done by Lorraine Grant. Eagles back in front. Reardon
for a long 2.
It counts. The scoreboard thought it was a 3, but thankfully they've amended the score now. It's a 1-point advantage now here for Surfcoast. Hitting the deck hard there was Brandaris there from the Chargers. Fatala spins, twirls, can't get it to go in.
Tough shot.
Another rebound here for Reardon. 4 now for the veteran.
He had the match up there. He had the mismatch.
Graham, Brandaris goes through to Moran. Well done by Gene Bacali. He's in space, puts it in.
Craigieburn up again.
Timeout called by Surfcoast and Craigieburn. Momentum going their way. Gene Bacali take a bow.
I don't know. I still don't know which way this game's going. I've definitely lost track of how many lead changes there has been in this match.
You saw David Scott straight away look to the bench and go, I'm calling a timeout. He was not happy with that turnover. That is now 12 turnovers for the Chargers in this game.
12 turnovers to 5. Ball security is where it's at for this game.
And David Scott turning it over, but probably the big story to come out of this one so far, in particular, Peachy, is the fact that Dexter Graham is on 4 fouls. So now it's a question of, does David Scott just run the gauntlet and hope he doesn't get fouled out? Or is there someone else he can go to from a scoring avenue to try and get the lead back and to try and calm things down here? Because at the moment, you say be the advantage for the home side.
He's in a real tough situation because he's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. Yeah, with Graham on 4, there's you'd think with a fully timed game like we have, he could sit till like 2.5 minutes to go and come back for the end of the match, save him for that period.
Yeah,
you don't want him to foul out with more than 3 minutes to go. That would be nearly curtains on this match. The way that Craigieburn are actually picking the supporting cast off.
Pretty much, and we know that
for Surfcoast.
Dickinson's on the same amount of fouls as Dexter Graham.
Yeah, but Dickinson is not as important to his team.
Tim Anderson's like, I'm happy for him to sit for the time being, in case
he's got that luxury.
Yeah. So all eyes will be on this man here, Dexter Graham. The battle with Grant has been good all night. What can Graham do? Comes off the boot of Beresdecki. He's going to stay with the Chargers. And they'll reset from the fresh 14.
Yeah.
Graham. Tyler Arad. Here for Reardon.
So there's that matchup that I thought they would go with. Vitali on Reardon.
Graham. Eyed off here by Vitala. Dexter Graham with the floater. Hits the backboard. Well done there from Gene Bacali. Grant. 3:20 left. Bullet pass is good. Long range 3. It's good.
He's back.
Hassel. Another triple for him. He's up to 12 points. And they lead by 40 Eagles. Graham.
He's 4 of 8 from downtown.
Irad. One of the vital cogs. Heads it now to Harry Moran for 3. The youngster can't get it in. And possession is with Craigieburn.
And that's going to be a foul
Jordan
on
Minter.
Bandaras.
Yep. Jordan Minter and Meg Hasty confer. And it's going to be called on Tyler Arad, actually, I believe. So 4 points the margin. The juniors are up and about here at Craigieburn, which is good to see.
First time we've seen 4 sweepers tonight. Supplied by Craigieburn.
An old commentator of mine who now lives in the United Kingdom. We dubbed them the Mop Squad when we called back in 2019. It's a term that's been used a couple of times by a couple of NBL 1 South commentators. I can give you that hot tip. Vitala, mid-range is good. That's the biggest lead that we've seen in this game.
Run. Yeah.
6 points, 2 possessions.
I think it's a 7-0 run.
Moran. And the crowd grasp and shriek. And Harry Moran draws his foul as the 20-year-olds. There was Decky has a conversation with the official. Harry Moran thought it was a shooting foul.
No, it was back to the basket, so the referees have called a baseline.
Because Harry Moran was setting up to try and shoot 2 there. And
I actually thought he was looking for a pass, but anyway.
Graham, Moran, can he get his opportunity here? Now he can go to line for 2. And geez, a lot of pressure on this 20-year-old from the Chargers. 2 vital points here, Peachy, to try and cut this margin back to 4.
Well, lucky for Craigieburn, it wasn't a 3-point play. Yeah, a really open layup.
Yeah.
And gets fouled on it as well.
Moran misses.
I don't want to see Craigieburn celebrate too early here. There's still 2.25 minutes left.
Moran releases, misses. And Craigieburn have ball in hand. Hassel, 3! Can't get it to go. And Brad Daris here for the Chargers. Graham. Now for Reardon. Reardon, no goods. That ball staying with Moran. Graham. Long range 3. Off the mirror. Margin at 3.
When the bank is open, use it.
27 points now for Dexter Graham. Vakali, Botala. Grant. Short. Moran. And Surfcoast can reset.
It's only a 3-point game.
Graham draws his foul. Rims out. He's going to have to do it the hard way now.
And both teams now into the bonus, so every foul is going to be 2 shots.
It's going to be a long 82 seconds. Dexter Graham, who's been the Iron Man tonight for the Chargers. 27 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Make that 28 for the imports. Margin of 2. $29 points now for Dexter Graham. 1 point the margin.
Looks like it was a wise move to leave him in with those 4 fouls.
David Scott did well there. Vakali. Grant. Back to Vakali. Bounce pass is good here. Berezdecki. Vakali. Long way 3.
From way downtown, from the back car park.
Timeout called. And it's 4 points the margin. Four points the margin. 75 Craigieburn, Surfcoast 71 Owen Peach.
Yeah, it really looked like Surfcoast could have come back into it. Huge bucket there. I'm losing my voice.
This is insane.
The game excitement's got to me. I'm losing my voice already.
What a game.
Lucky to survive 39 minutes.
Well, hopefully you can get some buttermethols on the drive back to Ballarat tonight.
Absolutely. So, Coach Scott will be drawing up a few plays here. We don't have the number of timeouts that we have in that the NBA have in their league. So, timeouts are a rare commodity. And they have elected to progress the ball.
This is smart. So ball.
Although they only get 14 seconds on the shot clock.
And it's Tyler Arad, who's one of the major cogs in this Surfcoast lineup and has been all season. Graham. 29 points for the Airport tonight. Ball goes out.
He needs to take that shot. If he gets in the paint, he needs to finish it off.
9 on the shot clock. Reardon. Arad. Grant Dallas. Oh, geez. Reardon.
Wasn't looking.
Grant Dallas was a deer in headlights. Reardon. Short. Bakali. Almost sealed this one. Gets it in. 6 points to margin. And Craigieburn are 40 seconds away from their first Division 2 title in 12 years.
Another turnover.
Bakali, finish it off, can't do so. It's going to head to line for 2. But Craigieburn taking full advantage of...
Beresdecki has just gone up into the face of Reardon. Maybe not a smart move because he might be actually hit with a tee here.
And look at the smile of Lorraine Grant. He's a happy man.
Yes, he is. Beresdecki's been hit with a technical foul for getting up into the face of Reardon, so not a smart move. And a timeout's been called.
I think just cooler heads need to prevail. 30 seconds left, 2 possessions. Eagles have got momentum in this game.
Yeah.
You don't want to cause any mischiefs. Lean by 6 because it could turn on a dime.
Absolutely. You got a real opportunity to, you don't want to give away the free points from free throws and the possession as well.
Yeah.
So the 2 free throws will come for Craigieburn. For Tyler, I believe, is going to be at the line. And then Reardon's going to be taking 2 free throws and they get possession after that. Why? Why would you do that?
Yeah, it could be a 5-point play potentially if all goes to playing for Surfcoast.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a lot of feeling in this one. Surfcoast have run the gauntlet to get to this point. Craigieburn had the week off. Megan Hasty goes to the score bench. Just confirming with the score bench, she is. And it's going to send Jean Vicali to the line here. He misses.
Yeah, that's going to cost them 2. It's still a 2-possession game.
Gets that one, makes it a 7-point play.
Now a 3-possession. So we're going to have two shots in possession for Surfcoast.
And gee, Reardon needs to hit these 2.
Yeah.
Jason Reardon. Pressure on the veteran. Misses on the first. The Craigieburn
still plenty of time left. 30 seconds is a long time.
He's missed both. And the Craigieburn juniors have gotten louder and louder as this quarter has progressed.
That's a travesty for Surfcoast to get that to under 2 possessions. Here they go.
Hutchison, Graham. They'll need a triple at least. He's lost possession. Craigieburn are about to win the championship, you'd say.
Tried to draw the foul. The foul wasn't coming.
And the Chargers have got to play the foul game here.
Vitala's going to go to the line.
And Craigieburn look like they're about to become champions for the first time since 2012. They've waited 12 years for this, the Eagles. And they're about to become the kings of the Big B Division 2.
Onto the court for the last 23 seconds of his first court time tonight. Same with Calvin Jasmine.
McCarley puts it in. Ponce's also on there too.
Generally, the game's been played with excellent spirit.
3 possessions, 9 points the margin. Graham. He's going to have to go and put it up here. Misses. Can't get it. Vitala. That's it. They can just hold on to it now here. Chance here for Jasmine. Grant. And they're going to hold it here.
They're going to dribble it out.
And for the first time in 12 years, Craigieburn are your men's Division 2 champions. It's been 12 years. 2012 was their last championship. And they've now won it again in 2024. An emphatic win. 9 points the margin. At the end of the day.
Great to see the crowd flood the court.
A brave Surfcoast.
Yeah.
Travelled the gauntlet and not to be Craigieburn your champions.
They had it there for the taking. Surfcoast played excellent for 3 quarters. 3.5 quarters really. And they let it get away in that last 5 minutes. And a valiant effort. They played to their strengths. Graham with 29 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Played an excellent game. But just as you were saying, there's just too much firepower.
Yeah.
Too much firepower for Craigieburn across their starting 5. Even their bench got involved a little bit. Had too much depth, really.
And it was really the work of Max Vitala and Gene Vicali in that last quarter that really turned the momentum, because Gene Vicali ended up stealing the ball a couple of times, and those 2 steals warranted into points, and it paid dividends for Craigieburn.
Well, I think Grant went really missing, and Vitala and Vicali, just the number of steals and isolations that those 2 got. Vitala, how many fast breaks was he on?
Yeah.
Really active, and could have been even nearly my player of the match. But very jubilant Craigieburn here tonight. Commiserations to Surfcoast. Can't get their first Big V championship. But I think they've got some building blocks for seasons to come.
Absolutely. And finishing 3rd and having to really run the gauntlet. I mean, remember, they played in Mildura last week, and that's a 6-hour trip. And that's an 11 to 12-hour round trip if you look at it. So it's not easy traveling up to Mildura to take on a team, up on the Goulburn Valley, up on the upper North Coast. Not Goulburn Valley, but like up. What's the word? Like it's another word with the valley in it. I think from Mildura.
Northern Wimmera.
Yeah, the Wimmera region.
Yeah,
it's a tough order.
It is. And they usually put up a tough match. The Mildura team every time someone comes to visit them as well. Yeah,
for those playing at home, Goulburn Valley is in New South Wales, not Victoria. I knew that. It's been a long night. But look at some of the stat getters in particular. Max Vitala, 21 points, 12 rebounds. Luane Grant, 19 points, 14 rebounds. So you got your 2 double-doubles. And then, of course, Eugene Vicali going to work in that second half, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. And then Dexter Graham, 29 points and 9 rebounds. He basically almost strapped a rocket on his back and said, boys, let's go on this journey together.
Yeah. Oh look, the 2 point guards, or your two starting guards for Craigieburn, both with double doubles, is a real eye opener.
Yeah.
They should not be getting 26 rebounds between them, and I think just their activity, their activity and energy around the court all night really won the game for Craigieburn.
And those second and fourth quarters, again, we mentioned the word coach killer at halftime, and that was because of the turnovers. And the Chargers turned the ball over exponentially in the second and fourth quarters, and it's unfortunately seen them come undone at the last hurdle. And Craigieburn were able to take full advantage of that.
Oh, it is a coach killer, and it's a telling stat. 5 turnovers to Craigieburn, but 14 turnovers for Surfcoast. They just didn't look after the basketball on a consistent basis throughout the night. And on the inverse of that, 0 steals.
Yeah.
0 steals. So I just don't think their defense came up to the level that they wanted it to be tonight. Even though Craigieburn were shooting really poorly from outside for most of the game, all their points were from layups and in the paint. So apart from a cameo from the guy who shot all the threes.
Hassel from...
That's right.
Bradley Hassel. I was waiting for you to say the word.
Yes.
Who's your finals?